Alright, here we go, back on the road. Just went down to the coast for a bit, and time to get back on the road. It was raining, it's about midday, and it has stopped raining, so it's not due to rain until tonight. Got my jeans on. Let's hope it stays that way. Otherwise, I'm going to be very angry with the Bureau of Meteorology. Not going to be happy, Jen. Now, let's roll this bike out. How shall we do it? Probably just back it out into the entrance, I think. I can manage the weight and size of the bike. It's all about balance. There you go. Which means now I can close the door without any stress. I can admire my K1600, nicely clean and ready to go. Now, I want your opinion. Should I take the laminate off? I mean, this is a 2013 bike, right? And it had laminate, so it was good order. But I've put laminate again on the front and on the panniers and on the tank. You know, the areas that are likely to get scratched. But what do you think? Should I leave it on? Or should I take it off? That is the question. Alright, let's get going. First thing we're going to do is find my back top box, key. When I went to get my glasses last night from this compartment down here, the back top box key fell out. I know it fell out. I felt it hit my foot as it fell out. And I think I know where it fell out. So I'm going to try and track it down as a matter of adventure. I've cleaned my screen. Look at that, nice and clean, all clearly visible, and it's ready for travel. Now I noticed the Garmin, I've still got it set for St. Leonard's. Let's change it to Maidstone because we want the Garmin to give me the alternate routes, the back streets. I've got it set to back streets and curvy roads. So my ultimate destination is going to be Maidstone. Maidstone. Search. Maidstone, Victoria. Alright, so that will give me the alternate adventurous route, and my Apple Maps will give me the conservative direct route. Let's hit the road, Jack. I like these big open country roads to Give the bike a good bashing. That was funny. There were two crows sitting on the back of a truck, each one perched on top of the ute, had two tyres hooked onto the back as spare tyres, as some utes do, and each one was perched on each tyre. It was such a balanced, coordinated thing you'd ever seen.
Apple Music. This is Apple Music Country. I've been overthinking. I've been drinking.
Alright, sometimes you just have to stop and pee. You're just busting and you gotta do it. So if you're on a bike, it's actually pretty easy to do, because you got cars from that side, so you angle the bike just slightly that way. So the cars from that side don't see you. The bike blocks it, right? And yeah, put your ass towards the back so the cars behind you don't see you. You see? You use the bike to shield your pee session. And there's no harm done, it's just a bit of liquid. Going back to nature. But you better to stop and just let it out rather than riding on it. It distracts from your riding. And for you lady riders, I don't know. I'm sure you have a plan, but that's how we have to do it. All right, now I'm on the search for my key. So I'm pretty sure it was down on this road here. And so I'm going to stand up and I'm going to carefully cruise along. Actually, let's put it on cruise. Will it go on cruise at that speed? No, it won't. So I'll just cruise slowly. Now, I think it was after here. So we're looking for my key. Just around about somewhere. What's this? No, this ain't no key. Maybe I put it in first gear and just idle. So nothing there. I've got my hazards on, in case anyone's wondering. I think if I go at this speed and scan across, back and forth, I don't think it would be in the muddy puddles on the side. I think it's going to be obvious, unless the car kicks it up and it's been flicked somewhere. Okay, first gear is plenty fast enough. I'm scanning quickly and thoroughly up and down, looking for a key. Key. Is there a key? Key. There are rocks. Keys. Lid. Let's identify things. Rock. Rubber band thing. Gee, I gotta go slower than first gear to properly scan. So there. Okay. So. Jeez, I've got to go slower than first gear idle. bottle. Need a key. Black key. Black key. Black key. Black key. Hit my foot and went off to the side. Looks like the debris is all kicked to the side. There's a nut. There's a stone. No key, no key. I think it's gonna be obvious. Golf ball. If it has fallen off, if it's on the road and it's still there, I think it's going to be obvious for me. Not there. Not there. When I sit down, but I can't. I have to observe to find the key. I think it's somewhere up here now, along this stretch, where the net is. So no. Key. I can feel it getting warmer. Key. No key. Grass. Key. No key. Can't be in the grass, surely. It's not going to be in the grass. It wouldn't get flicked that far. I wouldn't think. It definitely came off my left boot. So it'd be on the left side. Somewhere. I think I've gone past where the key should be. I don't think it was down this way. But I'll have a quick scan down this way. No, I think once I hit these houses, that was past where I dropped the key. Okay, I'm going back for another run, but I don't know what's happening to my bladder. I need to pee again, so I will do I'll do a duck and pee right here. Put that on that traffic this way. And my butt on this traffic. Okay, second pee done within, what was that, 15 minutes? Let's hope there's no more of those. And let's go look for that key. I give up, I couldn't find it. Alright, now we're off to the motorcycle store. And I'm going to try to find myself a cheap, open face, really comfortable helmet for this bike. Because this bike, I think, only open face helmets suit it. But it needs rain protection at the same time. So I need an open face with a big screen on it to protect from rain. I went up and down that strip twice, and I just remembered I was speaking with the radio on, so that would have affected the sound quality. But yeah, I went up and down there twice looking for that key, and there's no sign of it at all. So I reckon I got flicked into the grass, or a car's flicked it into oblivion. I think I'm going to check for the, you know, those earplugs that are supposed to silence all the wind noise? I'm going to see if the bike store has those, but I'm sure if the bike store has those, they might cost like too much. But, you know, if they have some of those wind silencing earplugs that are reasonably priced, I might give it a go, because I don't get a lot of direct noise on my helmet because of the windscreen, but I get a lot of, you know, buffeting around the helmet, wind noise, which I think if those plugs actually work, that'll fix it. And what makes me think that that'll fix it is that when I had my Beats Flex earplugs in, there was a low rumbling, like a low vibration. And then when I took the Beats Flex plugs out, that low rumbling, low vibration had stopped. And then I just get more of that clearer light wind bounce. And I thought, oh, I see. It depends on the plug you got. It will, and what it blocks out or what it captures, it will capture or block out different frequencies. So I think there might be something in these plugs that block out the wind noise. They're just able to block out that frequency. So I'm keen to give that a go. You know, prior to today's technology, if you were riding a motorcycle, you would just accept you had wind noise and that's it. But now when you see these ads about no wind noise in your ears from these plugs, you also want to be a part of that betterment, don't you? So I'm gonna look into it, because that would be good if you're riding and there's absolutely no wind noise and it's nice and silent. That would be a good thing.